Good morning. Well, I continue to track a severe thunderstorm that has not weakened just yet. It continues to make its way through the northern valley, crossing over the Red River now into Minnesota. And this is in the Hallock and Drayton area where I'm focusing in on the potential for that strong wind and even some hail associated with it. Let's take a look at the overall storm here and the warning that is in effect. We are under a new warning. It's been extended a little farther to the east as this storm continues to march on into more parts of Roseau County, including the town of Roseau, and also into more parts of Marshall County, including Eufolden here this morning. So this is making its way east, and we are expecting that it will maintain its intensity at least during that point in time. You can see the blue on the map here indicating that there's likely some hail associated with this, and then of course the wind as well. So the extension on this will put that warning in effect until 7:15 here this morning. This is the older part that I'm pointing to. It's this area here until 7:15, and we're looking at hail that could be up to 1 inch in diameter and the potential for those wind gusts topping 70, even 60 miles per hour as it moves into the east. So here's a look at the closer view again. We've got this storm racing through Hallock right now, back over toward Drayton. I-29 will be very tough in this moment along that stretch of highway in eastern parts of Pembina County and down into parts of Walsh County too. And then this will again continue to affect that Highway 75 and Highway 59 corridor here shortly this morning. Drayton getting some heavy rain, and again other places like Kennedy getting hit hard by this. If you're over by Lake Bronson, the Carlstead area, this is coming toward you, and more parts of this storm stretching southward as well, just along the Grand Forks County and Walsh County line. So again, this one's moving to the east. There's a couple of other cells that are producing some rain, maybe even a thunderstorm nearby. And this is all associated with a boundary that has been hanging around this area. The storm's developed, and you can see a lot of the activities actually north of the border into Canada. It's just this one little trailing tail here that continues to make its way through. Eventually, it's going to lift to the northeast, and we'll start to see things look a little quieter up in the northern valley for a short while today. Then there's that low over to the west that will move in, and that could trigger more severe weather coming up into the afternoon. Here's a look at our temperatures. We are at 80 degrees at 6 o'clock this morning in Bemidji. It's 76 in Fargo. It's 77 in Grand Forks. So we've still got that heat in place here, and we've got that humidity still sticking around. Temperatures are warm. The dew point temperature 60s to around 70, and so feeling that mugginess still, even if we don't and we won't get as hot as we did yesterday, still going to feel kind of sticky out there in advance of this storm system clearing. We've got wind out of the south, a gust to 29 miles per hour out of the southeast in Fargo. We'll get breezy here today. We've got one area under a wind advisory until 7 o'clock tonight. That's Lemoore and Dickey County, and then points west and south from there, with gusts up to about 50 miles per hour possible as the low pressure system, that storm system, moves through. Of course, with individual thunderstorms, we may see some stronger winds like the one we're dealing with this morning. Now into the 9 o'clock hour, you can see that we're kind of quieting things down at that point. It doesn't last. We'll have more chances for rain and thunder as that low moves in. And the focus once again in the northern valley here, heading into the noon hour and beyond into the afternoon. We could have some strong to even severe storms with all types of severe weather possible. So if you're in that northwestern part of Minnesota, northeastern North Dakota, that's where you want to pay the most attention. But all of us have a chance for stormy weather heading into the rest of the day today. Watch what happens as that wraparound precipitation moves through. It'll be moving in the southern valley as well, with wind gusts topping 30 miles per hour or maybe even 40 or more. So it's going to be windy. It's going to be unsettled for your drive home for tonight. Thunderstorm risk, again, yellow areas. That's where we're looking at the greatest threat heading into this afternoon and evening. And as we take a look at our 7-day planner, we've got our first alert weather day today, of course, for the severe weather. And then we're looking at temperatures that are no longer going to be extreme in our heat, but still it's going to be warm, and we're still going to have that humidity around with our next chance for storms on Friday. So again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect in the north. I'll be tracking that for you here as it continues to march its way on through.
Yeah, and it just continues to get extended and extended as we go through the morning.
It hasn't shown any weakening, at least at this point in time. So that means there's that potential for 60+ mile per hour wind gusts still within this storm.
All right, Lisa, thank you this morning.